At Bembridge where the waters lie and the tides run long and slow, a watchman stood on the coastal edge where the Solent currents flow. With spyglass raised in steady hand, he marked each passing sail and wrote them down in weathered ink in a salt-worn leather tale. From calm blue days to rising storms, he never left his post, counting ships through shifting light along that quiet coast. Each tide, each wind, each distant shape was logged without delay. But something changed one winter night when storms tore through the bay. Oh, the watchmen of Bembridge Ledge saw more than ships at sea, for what was lost and washed away came back eventually. From broken hulls to ancient worlds that tides would rearrange, he learned the sea remembers all, it only waits to change. Hey, 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 hey.
The suggested equipment at this location is as follows: 1 geological hammer, geological chisels, goggles or safety specs, magnifier loupe, a small trowel, some gloves, boots and specimen bags for your finds. UK Fossils follows all laws and regulations regarding fossil hunting. In some of our videos we use hammers to extract fossils from rocks. These rocks are not part of the bedrock. They are ex situ rocks that have naturally broken away from the bedrock and are legal to collect under SSSI regulations.
So this is Bembridge. You can see that the low cliffs here, the top part is actually Pleistocene. You've got these gravels at the top half there. The bottom part here is the Bembridge Marls. On the foreshore you've got the Bembridge Limestone, that's the hard blocks you can see all over the foreshore. So we're just going to have a look here and update this location. You can find shells here as well as turtle, fish remains, those kind of things really.
At the top of the cliff, the Pleistocene can be seen in gravels. Here it is also slumped down, forming the top of the second layer. At the bottom of the cliff, the Bembridge Marls can clearly be seen. Along the foreshore, the Bembridge Limestone can be seen in the large blocks exposed. These beds were laid down during the Eocene around 34 million years ago in changing freshwater and brackish environments.
So we're at Bembridge today. We're just walking along the foreshore quite early in the morning, and we're kind of looking in these yellow blocks that contain gastropods. There's nice sort of shells in there. I think I spotted one. There we go. Just down there. I think there's another gastropod. So, there it is. Just hiding in there.
So what we're actually looking for is the actual softer rocks. All these rocks here are very hard limestone. We're looking for the sort of softer beds of shells.
So there's lots of these blocks around. As you can see, there's nothing in this one, and there's lots of holes. So it's obviously where the gastropods originally were and have fallen out. You can get some bigger pieces. They're obviously little pieces I've been picking up at the moment. Might just take a shifty around down on the foreshore. See if we can come across some bigger ones.
So I've just looked on the foreshore here, but there's too much seaweed, unfortunately, to see anything. I'm actually looking for loose blocks that are a bit more bigger that we can split. The ones that we found at the top there are loose in the shingle. I think we'll need to go a bit more further on now. It's been a lot of years since we last came here. In the 1990s was the last time UK fossils visited this location. So it's trying to remember now where the main shell blocks are. So I just found this block here. This is the type of block we're looking for. There isn't much of it around, but you can just see on the surface there are some worn gastropods. But I say they are quite worn. So what we're going to do is we're going to just split this one and see if there's any more inside that are a bit more kind of less worn. There is one that's actually come out somewhere. You can see the impression there. I'm just trying to figure out where it's actually gone. Oh, there it is. There. You can see that gastropod in there. Now, this to most people would actually look like an ammonite, wouldn't it? But actually, this is not an ammonite. This is from the Eocene, and you don't get ammonites in the Eocene because they were extinct. This is actually a gastropod.
So this gastropod used to be called Planorbis discus, and it's now known as Panorbaeus.
So you need to look really carefully in these rocks, because the fossils are actually quite worn on the outside. They're very hard to spot, but once you do notice a block with a worn gastropod in it, split it and you should be able to find some better specimens inside.
Nice little gastropod in there.
So just look at this fascinating layer here in the Bembridge Marls. It's full of these bivalves, the whole layer you can see going all the way here. You can see some more shell beds here. There's a layer of crushed shells. Another bivalve layer down there. Just coming up to the end of this section now. We're just looking to see if there's any of this slipped Bembridge Oyster Bed, the one that we collected some samples from Wight Bay. If there is and it's slipped, then we can take some more samples back for processing. But most of this formation here is obviously slipped down from the beds at the top. So the sort of lower beds are obscured, unfortunately. So this section here is actually slipped. So if you wanted to, you can take these shells, extract them. We do have these actually in our collection, so they're not ones that we're going to collect today.
So we just come across the Bembridge Oyster Bed here, and as you can see, it is literally full of oysters, and it is obviously quite exposed on the foreshore as well. So we're just having a closer look because you can find turtle and mammal here. So as we've been looking for fossils along the foreshore here, we've picked up these interesting pieces. They're not fossils, but they're quite sort of heavy and dense, and they're lead, and it's just interesting. We think possibly they could be very old bullets that obviously got squashed over time, and this is a pellet as well. Just interesting. So I've just been looking around the clay here, And I've just seen down here, because I've been picking up a lot of things that I think are fossils because it's very misleading, but this is a vertebra. I'm just going to pull it out so we can take a better look at it. So as we're continuing to look down here on the foreshore, I found a little tooth. It's brown.
So I've just found this fossilised turtle plate just down there.
So I've just spotted down here a piece of bone sticking out. I'm just going to point to it there. You can see that? What's that actually? Not sure what that is either. It's not what I was after, but actually, I just found this. I'm not sure what that is yet. I'll have a look at it in a moment. But going back to here, definitely a piece of bone there. Yeah.
So Hayden's been shifting through the shingle down here and he's just come across a crocodile tooth. Take it. Just get it in focus. You got something? Oh, let's have a look. Oh, nice bit of crocodile.
Yuck. So, I don't know if anyone else has done that before, but you see something, you pick it up and it turns out to be animal poo. And I don't mean the fossilised one either. You know, I'm sure there's others out there must have done exactly the same thing as me.
So as you can see, we're finding quite a few pieces of fragments of bone. There's a few pieces of turtle plate here.
So I've just been looking in this area here, and there's loads of bits of bone here I've managed to find. There's a fish vert there. These are all pieces of bone, so that's quite nice. But what's really quite exciting is this bone here, which I've just spotted down here. So we're going to try and lift this out.
When we got back and cleaned it, we realised it was a turtle vertebra. We had really done well today and found so many bones.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy fossil hunting, like and subscribe to our channel for regular videos on where to collect, hints, tips and location updates.
UK Fossils always collects responsibly and is proud to have created the Fossil Code, which helps educate others. We encourage you to read the Code of Conduct and guidelines on our website before going fossil hunting yourself. Safe and sensible collecting is always paramount. The information provided in our videos is for general guidance only. While we aim to ensure accuracy, UK Fossils cannot accept responsibility for any errors, omissions or actions taken based on this content. It is your responsibility to check local regulations and land access permissions before collecting.